I worked at my office.
Yeah. Excellent. And let me see. Trung, how are you? And let me see. Trung, how are you? Trung?
Yeah. Hello, teacher.
How are you, Trung?
I'm fine, thank teacher.
Great. And Trung, what did you do today?
Today I'm busy with my wife and my son. I must just stay at home and take care of my wife and my son.
Nice. Excellent. Very good. And let me see who else I have. Hi, Talis. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And Talis, what are your plans for today? What are you going to do today?
I'm going to study in university and to play soccer.
Nice. Good day. Excellent. And Ka, how are you? Oops. Ka, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
Pleased to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you too. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Ka, what did you do today?
Today I'm work in company. Then I ring beer with my friend.
Sounds good. Excellent. Sounds like a good day. Well, okay, guys, so we can get started with today's class. In today's class, we are going to talk a little bit about global destinations. And by the end of today's lesson, I would like to hear about where you want to go in the future. But first, as a warm-up question, I want to ask you, where was the last place you traveled to? And what did you do there? So, Christopher, what about you? Where was the last place you traveled to? And what did you do there?
I like it. Travel. Sorry. To where plans to travel to? Yeah. I'm from Mexico.
Okay. So where did you travel to the last time? Where was the last place you traveled to?
Down Mexico City.
You went to Mexico City. Oh, okay, awesome. Very cool. And let me see. Christopher, why don't you ask Nya the same question?
Yes. Tan?
Nya.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ask her the same question.
Where was the last place you traveled to? And what did you do there?
The last place that you traveled to
The last
is
place that I traveled to was.
sorry. The last place that I traveled was a village, and I mean it is a beach. It is a beach, and I was explore a lot of food and
You ate a
explore
lot of food there?
culture in there.
Excellent. Sounds like a nice trip. And let's see, Nyok, why don't you ask Nyok the same question?
Where was the last place? Where was the last place you traveled to? What did you do there?
The last place I traveled to is Dallas City 2 years ago, and I only stayed there for a few days. I eat some the delicious food and watching the beautiful screen.
Watching the beautiful
Screen.
green
Screen. It means screen.
scene like this. In the chat.
Ê, Diễn ơi, cảnh đẹp
Green,
gọi là
but
gì?
what is a screen?
Cảnh đẹp là gì?
Like a computer screen?
S-C-E-N-E à? Không biết nó đi tiêu.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, maybe it's something that I don't understand about the city. And Nyok, why don't you ask Huang the same question?
Hi. Where the last place you traveled to?
Where
What
was
did
the
you do
last
there?
place? Mm-hmm.
What did?
Yes. The last place I traveled to is Ho Chi Minh
Was?
City.
It
The
was
last
Ho Chi-
place I traveled to was the Ho Chi Minh City, and I traveled to Ho Chi Minh City for a business conference last month.
Oh, okay, so did you get to do anything fun, or it was just work?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, did you do anything fun, anything interesting, or did you only work?
Because my trip lasts for only 1 day, and I fly from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City in the morning, and tomorrow I will come back.
And the next day you went back.
Yes, the next day I came back to my city. So
that's not so easy.
It's short for me to visit another place.
Exactly, it wasn't enough time.
Yes. I'm regret about this opportunity. Yes.
No, but you can always go back. Don't worry.
Yes, because I will have more opportunity in the future.
Sure.
Okay.
And Huang, why don't you ask Trung the same question?
Hello, Trung. Where's the last place you traveled to, and what did you do there?
Yes. The last place I traveled to go in 2 months ago. I traveled to Côn Đảo Island, and
that's in Vietnam.
Yes, in Vietnam, in Ireland, and in the past, this island, the United States and or keep the reason in this island, and in this island they have a lot of hero die in here, like Võ Thị Sáu. He's a pet, so
So it's like a historic place too.
yeah. See, in the midnight, we go in the people die and what called people die, and they have a lot of thumb.
A lot of
Thumb.
tanks.
Thumb or syringe.
You can write it in the chat.
Yes. Which word?
A lot of shrines.
Yes.
Shrines.
Yeah. And we visit shrine
You visited.
in the hero
shrines. Very good.
in the world in the midnight.
Very interesting. Good. And
Yes.
Trung, why don't you ask Thalys the same question?
Thali. Yes, Thales. Thales.
Hi.
What was the last place you traveled to, and what was the last place you traveled to, and what did you do there?
My last travel, I visited to Croatia.
And what did you think about it?
I go to beach and
I went to
beach and Dubrovnik city, and I visited to Warma, with Warma.
And that's the name of the city?
Dubrovnik city. Dubrovnik.
Oh, very cool.
And I went to Iceland, Warma, Iceland.
Very cool. Awesome. And Thalys, why don't you ask Ka the same question?
Hi, Ka.
Hi, Thales.
Where was the last place you traveled to, and what did you there?
Thank you. The last place for 2 years ago, I went to buy motorbike and sightseeing, ice cream, and eat seafood in over there.
Nice. What's the name of the place that you went to? I didn't hear the name. I didn't hear the name of the place.
I don't hear the name. Vũng Tàu Beach.
The beach.
Travel destination in Vietnam.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard of it before.
In Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, okay, guys. Well, I am going to share my screen with you now, and we're going to talk a little bit about some destinations in Europe. And then, like I said, afterwards, I want to hear about where you want to travel in the future. So let's see. Christopher, why don't you read the title for me out loud?
Yes, teacher. Barcelona, Europe's beach weekend destination.
Europe,
beach weekend destination.
Yeah. Anya, why don't you read this first sentence out loud? Barcelona
is the great destination for a fun weekend away that one break the bank.
Very good. So here they're saying a weekend trip to Barcelona won't break the bank. What does that mean, Ya? Does that mean that it's expensive or cheap?
Yeah, break the bank. Sorry, break the bank means use. It's in mean I use a lot of money and
exactly. But this
I
weekend
don't pay
won't break.
for it.
Exactly. This weekend won't break the bank. So is that an expensive weekend or a cheap weekend?
Yeah, this is expensive weekend.
It's an affordable weekend, right? It's not an expensive weekend. Good. And then let's see, Nyok, can you read this next sentence out loud?
Yeah. Go euros.
Go
Ten
euros.
Go euros. 10 best European cities for the weekend breaks.
Very good.
Oh.
So Nyok, what is this a list of? What did they make a list of?
Oh, sorry, I can understand the question.
Yeah, they made a list of 10. What?
Yeah.
What is this list?
That is the 10 best European city for the weekend break.
European. Exactly. The 10 best places in Europe to go if you have a long weekend or even just for the weekend. Good. And let's see. Huang, why don't you read numbers 1 to 5 out loud?
Yes. Number 1, Barcelona, Spain. Number 2, Prague, Czech Republic. Number 3, Berlin, Germany. Number 4, Madrid, Spain. Number 5, London, United Kingdom.
Very good. Awesome. So, Huang, have you been to any of these cities before?
Actually, I have never gone to these cities.
Oh, that's okay.
But
maybe in the future?
Yes, maybe in the future I will save my money and will go to London with my
That's
friends.
a good idea. Nice. Good plan, Huang. And Trung, why don't you read 6 to 10 out loud?
Yes. 6. Paris, French. 7. Lisbon, Portugal. 8. Krakow, Poland. 9. Budapest, Hungary. 10. Seville, Spain.
Bill, Spain. Good. Very good. Excellent. And what about you? Have you ever been to any of these cities, Trung?
No. I hope in the future I can go
Maybe
travel.
in the future?
Yes.
Maybe Paris?
I just go overseas in Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. I think just in
That
Asia,
would be nice.
not
Good.
in
Awesome.
Europe.
So,
yes.
yeah. So that's what I actually wanted to do that. So I want to make sure that we have time to do this. I want us to discuss our future travel destinations. So my question for you is, where do you want to travel in the future? Okay, so let's start with Thalys. Thalys, what about you? Where do you want to travel to in the future? Thalys, can you hear me? Okay, Ka, what about you? Where do you want to travel to in the future?
In the future, I think I want to do travel in London, England.
In the future, I want to travel to London. Okay, why
Yes.
London? What do you want to do in London?
I like the football team Chelsea FC.
You want to go
in
watch a
England.
soccer game?
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Good. And Ka, why don't you ask Christopher the same question?
Yes. Christopher. Hi, Christopher. Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Yes. Where do you want to do travel in the future?
I like go in an airplane visit to more or less, for example, Vietnam.
You want to go to Vietnam? Oh, okay, good plan.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You have a lot of friends, I think, that would tell you where to go. And Christopher, why don't you ask Nya the same question?
Okay. Where do you want to travel in the future?
In the future, my favorite destination of choice is Paris, because I think it is romantic city, and I can explore the. I mean, I can dig deep the knowledge about culture in there, and maybe I can find a cheap and cheerful meal, or no,
I think that you would have
from away, and I can far away from time to time.
Yeah, I think that it's impossible not to have a good time in Paris. It's very beautiful, so I'm sure that you would have a very good time there. Good choice. And why don't you ask Nyok the same question?
Hi, Ngọc.
Hi.
Where do you want to where do you want to travel in the future?
In the future, I want to go to Norway, because in there have my favorite singer live in there, and this
Who is your
there
favorite
is
singer?
Alexander Rybank.
I don't know
Do
him.
you know him? Okay. And they and Norwegians live in friendly with environment, and they have a good education. I think I can learn from them and teach my children in the future.
Would be nice. Good plan, Nyok. So Nyok, why don't you ask Huang the same question?
Hi. Where do you want to travel in the future?
Yes. In the future, I want to travel to Dalat. It is a city in the north part of the central Vietnam.
What city? I just didn't hear the name of the city.
Okay, it is Dalat, Dalat. Yes, it's the city located in the southern part of the central highland of Vietnam, and it's a popular tourist destination. The weather in this city is in contrast to the tropical weather of Vietnam. The air is very fresh, and they plant a lot of flowers. And you can visit some famous locations such as the Valley of Love on Lang Biang Mountain, and it's very famous. Want to enjoy the atmosphere of Dallas City. Yes.
Okay, there you go. That sounds like a great plan too. And
Yes.
Huang, why don't you ask Trung the same question?
Yes. Hi Trung. Where do you want to travel in the future?
Yes. In the future, I want to go to travel in Maldives. It's I think it's the best island I see on the internet, I think it's a best island in the world, and but I think it's very expensive, and I think I
think so too.
yeah, and I have to save a lot of money for go to there. But I think because it's very beautiful, and I want to go there for checking how it's a real, because in the video or in the internet it's very beauty.
Exactly, to see how it is in real life, right? To see if it's just as beautiful as in the pictures.
Yeah, but I think
Awesome, very good.
a lot of people travel there. I think it's real. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody that goes there likes it. Well, awesome, guys. Well, I'm really glad that in class today we started talking about our previous travel destinations. Then we read an article that gave us some suggestions about where to travel to. And then finally, you guys got to describe where you want to travel in the future. Does anyone have any questions for me about vocabulary, about class today? Anything that I can help you with? Any questions for me?
No, I think I don't have question
No.
for you.
Okay. Well, okay, guys. Well, like I said, you guys did an excellent job in class today. I'm really impressed with a lot of your answers, especially for this level. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your night or day, depending. And I will see you later. Okay, guys. Bye, guys. Enjoy your day or evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
See
Bye. See you later.